Today we have this PS4 Slim. We don't get that many of these anymore, and it looks like it might have an HDMI issue. Customer says that they dropped it and it hasn't been working since. When I plug the HDMI tester in, if I wiggle it around, it loses connection. If I hold it, it maintains connection, but even then I don't get any display. So could possibly be another issue in addition. Right now it's blinking. So it may have also damaged the drive when it fell. It's been a while since I did one of these. I used to remember exactly where these white screws go, but since I've started to forget, we're gonna mark them. Gotta make sure everything goes where it's supposed to. I have a huge pet peeve against missing screws or screws in the wrong place, and whenever I see that coming from another shop, I already know that they didn't do a very neat job. These here are machine threads, so I gotta distinguish these. Power supply needs to be removed so we can get rid of this screw right here. These used to be very common here in the shop for HDMI ports and stuff like that. Now they rarely come in. The HDMI port is clearly damaged. You can see it's like tilted off to the side. Good thing I think is in this case, it should just be the HDMI port itself. The driver IC should be okay. I noticed on the new PS5, the HDMI port goes bad all the time, but the driver rarely goes bad. On these ones, this driver often went bad too. We're putting in some low melt solder. Gonna preheat from the bottom. Pre-tin the pads. We're going to pre-tin the pins on the port. I'm going to preheat the pads until they just start to melt. There we go. Drop in the new port. Add a little more flux. Alright, new port is in. Time to solder the lugs. So as I always mention, we always add a little more solder than you would think, because we want the solder to travel all the way through the via and come out through the top, so that this lug here has a really strong mechanical connection to the board. Then I go to the other side of the board, and in this case I'm not going to be adding any more solder on the top side of the board. I'm just going to be heating with my soldering iron and my hot air station to get some of that solder from the other side of the board to travel upward. These take a lot less heat than the PS5s do, so I'm just pressing it back down a little bit right now just to make sure it didn't move. And then with my X-Acto, I just make sure all the pins are secure, none of them are moving. But this is what these lugs are supposed to look like, and right now we can just get rid of this excess solder on the bottom as well. On this side I used way too much. I'm a little bit more used to PS5s now, but again, the point is not to add solder to the top. The point is to make the solder from the bottom go towards the top. Now we clean off all the flux. All the pins are secure, all the solder joints look good, everything nice and clean. Now we'll clean off the old thermal paste. Clean up this side. Apply some Arctic MX6. Usually I spread the thermal paste all over the chip myself, but this stuff is a little bit hard to spread. It's more like thermal putty. I'll just form a square in the center, and then the rest will squish out. Thermal pads still seem okay. They're still nice and flexible. These thermal pads are also still good. On this here, the thread on the original screw doesn't want to grab anymore, so I'm going to use a longer one than what was originally in here. Alright, I do have one missing screw here, and it's really bothering me, and at the same time I have an extra white screw. I know I just said I hate when shops do this kind of stuff, leaving out screws, so I went back in the video and I realized my mistake. I put a black screw here where I had marked for a white screw. So that one goes here, and this white screw goes over here. So no extra screws. I just realized I forgot to blow out this fan. I don't know how I forgot, since that thing is incredibly dirty. So I'm gonna take out the power supply again really quick. That wasn't that much dust. I think it's because it's nicotine, and nicotine tends to form dust bunnies, but overall there wasn't a lot of actual dust. We still don't know if this is actually going to work. Still need to see if maybe the hard drive was damaged, because the customer said that they dropped this unit. The HDMI signal is stable now. Stays there even if I wiggle the cable. And we have image on the screen, although it's not booting. So we're going to hand this off to Justin, and he's going to handle the software side of things. Alright, now that we got video, I remembered I forgot to put back this little power supply screw, hard drive screw. Hard drive cover, and the little screw on the back. Warranty sticker, even though there's no point anymore, but it's there. Okay, this unit is good to go. I'll just give it a final cleaning and call the customer to pick up.